you've done 1 million in the last 90 days. And then when did you start this brand?
So I started this brand around February or something. Like I honestly been on this product for a long ass time. I saw that potential in it and it finally took off in like.
If somebody came on the market with the same product, same ads, they had more aggressive and more ads. They did deepfakes on other pages. They had the AI creators. They started to get custom skits done with UGC creators, and they're doing. Tell me, how much revenue have you done so far? Like, kind of where you're at, so I can see where you're at.
Total rev, I think I hit a mil the last 90 days.
Nice, nice. So you've done 1 million in the last 90 days, and then when did you start this brand?
So I started this brand around like February or something. Like I honestly been on this product for a long ass time. I saw that potential in it and it finally took off in like beginning of April, I'd say.
Got you. So you started the brand in February. Was that around when you joined Brandify, or was Brandify after?
So I was in Brandify since December. I had a lot of shit going on in like my personal life and stuff. So like this was honestly the first product I actually tested in Brandify.
That's sick, bro. Wait, that's actually a crazy testimonial. So the first product you tested, you got to mil in 90 days. That's sick. You got to Brandify. You tested this product. I'm assuming it's a supplement. You don't have to say the name of the product or anything if you don't want to. It's a supplement. You tested it. You scaled up really hard for 2 months. That's what I'm getting at. So 90 days, you scaled up really hard, and then it just dipped down. Did your ad account go down? Did the creators fatiguing? Like, what happened?
Yeah. So at first, well, I was using a lot of deepfakes, like scale it up, and that's kind of like my plan. Like I saw it working and stuff, and it's pulling in rev, and I do want to make this product like a long-term supplement like product. So like I didn't have that much capital because like I was just in college, so I got a lot of capital from it. Now I've been running like ARC ads. I've been using like filming like creating people, putting voices over them, and like it's been going pretty good. So my ad account did go down because of the deep fakes, but I had a backup account and stuff. So it wasn't like too hard rescaling. Yeah.
Okay, got you. So you guys basically were scaling with deepfakes, and then because it was a little bit on the edge, your creators started to kind of get rejected one by one, and overall your ad account just got hit, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys still running deepfake ads, or you guys prefer doing more just completely now ARC ads?
So I have a few deepfakes backup. So I was using Gary a lot, Gary Brecka.
Okay.
But then I had to take all them down because someone on his team hit me up, and I was like, oh well, now's the time. Like I knew it was gonna happen at some point. You know, I already pulled like a lot of rev from it. So like now I'm just in the middle of like reinvesting all my money back into the business to see if I can like brand it, I guess. But while I'm rebranding it right now, I'm basically just testing around with like ARC ads and stuff because like what I found is like I do like mid journey. So like I would have like, for example, like Gary speak at like the start for like 3 seconds, and then like it would just be like AI photos. And like I basically did the same thing, but like with like TED Talk videos or like podcast videos, and like they've been doing pretty good.
Yeah, so that's good. So right now, what scale are you at with like the new white hat content, like the non-deepfake content?
My page also like just went down yesterday, but I went up to 5K days, but I haven't like scaled anything. I've just been like posting like 10, 20 ads like a day for like the past week. Filtering out all like the bad ones, the winner ones. I have a few winners. And it's just a matter of just rescaling it. Like the metrics. Yeah, I'm just worried about the rebranding, I guess. I don't know if that's gonna be an issue with like the design of the bottle, the photos I have.
No, it doesn't matter that much. We rebranded at different scales many times. It doesn't make a big difference, honestly. If anything, it doesn't make a difference at all. So yeah, rebranding is not an issue. You're not the only person I've heard that has done that strategy too, where we scale up really aggressively with like deepfake at the beginning. They get cooked basically, then they have to rebrand, but they reinvest capital and make it a bit better.
Also, for the supplement I'm selling, there's also a kids version that like not many people are selling, or actually no one's selling it, honestly. And I got my hands with I still use Yuli. So she basically bought the MOQ for me since I was scaling. I guess she like trusts me that I can like sell it, and I've been selling the kids version only for like a few days, and like the potential honestly like looks crazy right now for this one too. So what I was thinking was about doing like upsells with like the kids ones with the adult, and then like vice versa, and just do ads for both.
Yeah, so cross-bundling is very important. I would say with this too, if you're selling supplements, you gotta try first things first, you need to try subscription landing pages. So either that's going to be stuff like subscribe and save, either that's going to be pre-check, whatever you do, you need to try some sort of subscription landing pages because volatility is there. But if you can build MRR, that's going to stick forever, right? That's going to stick forever. Like for example, these guys, let me show you real quick. Let me show you a brand.
No, that's one thing I wish I did at the start when I was scaling on deepfakes was do subscriptions. But I just,
especially if you're doing deepfakes. Okay, I can't find one of this brand.
you still running deepfakes, even though it's like they passed
here and there, yeah, here and there. Like on separate, it's always going to be on separate pages though. We never run it on the same page.
Okay.
So like if we do deepfakes, we'll end up doing it like on like a non-branded page. But okay, here's an example of a brand that's doing really well with Subscribe. And there's a lot of different ways to do this. You can use apps like Recharge. You can use apps like Yo. Recharge is honestly the best in my opinion. These guys are doing like around 4 million a month right now, like 3 to 4 million a month. They have like 1 to 2 million a month at MRR, and they're pretty profitable on the front end. So yeah, if you're gonna do aggressive content, you need to have some sort of subscribe option because it's like inevitable that that's gonna get taken down. So at least build MRR, like recurring revenue with the fluctuations. That's important. So for you right now, if you're gonna do deepfake, you can still do it. I wouldn't use the same guy that's cooked you before because he's gonna keep coming for you. But you can do it with other people, especially with the kids version. If you see that's working really well, just make sure doing it to subscribe landing page or option for them to subscribe because you'll build that MRR.
Yeah.
Now, yeah. In terms of your content, yeah, rebranding is not going to be a big issue. Content, if you have some capital built up now, I'll get an editor if you don't already have one. At least get 1 or 2 editors to work alongside you. So, like right now, what is your current team made up of? Is it just you? Do you have CS reps? Like how this works?
Yeah, so it's honestly, so I have people doing media. So like they manage my Facebook ads and they also produce ads with me. Then I also work with my brother. I brought him along the way since I started scaling. And like me and him have just been doing ads. We honestly don't have anyone doing our emails yet because that's something I kind of want to handle because of like the way things are going with my product and the way I want to run my business. 'Cause I feel like if I hired someone out, they wouldn't really do what I want to do. Cause I'm trying to make this a long-term brand and like actually have like a certain like customer like connection, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to make it a long-term brand, it's gonna be done with because you have to really like you have to be honest with yourself, right? Like if you're making it a long-term brand, then there's a different approach you need to take with your customer connection. And you can't even run deepfake. You have to be really intentional with your marketing angles. Like it's a little bit different, right? And that's the thing. You always have to kind of know what you're getting into. A lot of people have like the misconception of like, okay, they're gonna run deepfakes and they're gonna like be super aggressive with their marketing, but they're gonna make like this long-term brand within like a year or 2 years. It doesn't really work like that, right? Because you acquire these customers off aggressive marketing. You know what I mean? Like for example, I'll give you a good example. Like let's say the person who, if you made your product extremely good, let's say it's like the best product in the market, you still won't have an amazing returning customer rate because your marketing is aggressive to begin with. I'm assuming because you're doing deepfake, right?
Yeah.
So like for example, you got like if we were selling Shilajit, we can have the best Shilajit on the planet. But because our ads are saying Shilajit's gonna make your dick bigger, no matter how good the Shilajit is, it's not gonna make your dick bigger, right? So and that's just a fact. So people won't come back and buy more. That's why it's your job as a founder right now to maximize as much money as you can per customer. So that's like doing subscriptions, having aggressive emails, you can do aggressive marketing. Like you can squeeze, millions in profit out of this business and then, try a different product line with less aggressive marketing angle, right? Because the whole thing of like having a long-term brand is economically you're losing on the front end to get customers with less aggressive marketing, but those customers stick for longer if they actually like your brand and you don't like deceive them at all. You get what I mean? So you have to be intentional, right? If your front end is aggressive, then you gotta just somehow make your back end aggressive. You gotta match it, you know what I mean? Or else you're gonna be leaving money on the table. That's what these Resilia guys do really well. Like they're doing 4 million a month. It's pretty good. It's like a mil to 2 mil a month around a mil in profit a month. And they've done it well because they understand, okay, they're going to be aggressive. They're ripping content. They're doing all the aggressive shit. So let's do subscription. Let's push subscription. Let's push aggressive emails to subscription. Let's make sure we're doing that. You know what I mean? So just be intentional.
Yeah, I got you. Only reason I'm like so set on like making this a long-term brand is because the supplement I'm selling is like not many people are like selling it. It's only like one brand on TikTok and they don't even sell it on Facebook. Then there's just like a random brand on it. I think it's kind of like a newer supplement not many people like know about, which is why I kind of like capitalize on it and like kind of be like up there, you know.
Yeah, people will rip you though. Like that's just inevitable. If you when you're scaling up and you're doing like multiple millions, people will rip you. So
Oh
being
yeah,
the
no,
first to
I've seen that.
yeah. So
Someone's
you gotta
actually
beat
staring into my eyes right now.
yeah. So you gotta beat those people out the market on an economical standpoint, right? So for example, if somebody came on the market with the same product, same ads, they had more aggressive and more ads. They did deep fakes on other pages. They had the AI creators. They started to get custom skits done with UGC creators, and they're doing subscribe and save options. So they're building MRRs. So later down, they can be unprofitable and still make money. They're going to beat you out the market. And that's because they just
Oh yeah,
said they went balls in. Yeah. And you don't
oh
want
yeah,
that to happen.
that's what I did to this other brand.
Yeah. So I would say like the whole ideology of like building long term in terms of like not getting an email team on and like taking that on yourself is I wouldn't say it's the best move. I would say you just got to be as aggressive as possible.
Yeah. Okay. Well, since you said that, do you think it's smart for me? Like, there's like so much I can do right now, I guess, with like, cause like I'm posting like 20 ads a day. I can honestly space it out more if I wanted to, like 5 ads a day or 10 ads a day, where
Mhm.
like I could probably run up another store and just like do the exact aggressive marketing, but like take this approach, you know? Do you think
I
that
would,
would be
I mean, I would with the existing store you have, it's already proof of concept. You already have a new SKU on that store too that's looking good. There's enough there for you to get over 1 million a month consistently. So you
yeah.
could definitely, I would say, launching more ads 20 a day should just be for your main SKU. And then you should do like another, let's say like 2 campaigns a day for the kids SKU. If you're saying that's good
Yeah.
metrics. And then for the
Mhm.
kids SKU, make sure there's a subscribe option on there, like regardless. Like just make sure there's like a sub option on there. And then also you can do new pages with the deepfake stuff. So it's not on your main page. You can do that at low scale. I would say that's definitely a good way of going about it. And
Okay.
yeah, and then definitely get an email guy on there. Make sure you tell the email guy to push all email traffic to subscribe landing page. So your email marketing will start building your MRR. I think that's honestly the best. And you got to start getting UGC creators too, because just AI won't cut it. Like I know AI is great and all and it scales, but you definitely need some UGC creators. So it starts that as well. We talk about that in the course, so you probably have seen that.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been waiting for. Like, I ordered
Yeah,
20 bottles to my house to like ship it out to UGC. I was
yeah,
just
that's
waiting.
good. Yeah, that's
Um,
fine. Yeah, I think you're in a good position, man. I would honestly just double down on what you already have because like a good thing to do is double down on new SKUs under the same brand, and you already said the SKUs doing well. So like you have like the two SKUs you can run traffic to. And then
mhm.
obviously I don't think you've done that much on the offer side, right? You haven't played around with a lot of offers or
No,
how much.
I just stuck with my main offer. That's been
You really
working.
you really don't need to under 10 mil in rev. Like I think after 10 mil is when you start playing around with offers more. But
Mhm.
for you, definitely introducing subscribe options, definitely introducing that new SKU and getting an email team, that's gonna be really helpful.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was planning to do. And I was also thinking about doing different landing pages, like pre-landers, like listicles or
Hmm.
editorials, especially for
So
supplements and the way my
yeah,
supplement works. Because like
yeah,
my supplement is like there's a lot of science behind it, and I feel like that's obviously important if someone wants to
yeah.
buy it. You know, people like buying stuff off science, and like it's hard to explain it all through an ad. I feel like.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So I'll tell you, like, here's the thing. When this is like a known fact in e-commerce. The
Mhm.
longer your buying process is, the higher your higher AOV, but the lower your conversion rate. It's like a formula, right? So if you have a 20-minute VSL, your conversion rate is going to be lower because not as many people are going to watch through that, get sold and buy
Yeah.
it. But the
Mhm.
people who do, you can charge them as like double, triple. You can charge them more. Like you can sell them 20 bottles of the same thing because they just watched this 20-minute VSL, right? So
Yeah.
when you introduce advertorials, when you introduce listicles, you are educating the customer, but you're putting them through a longer line to buy it. Like it's the same thing when you go and buy like Chrome Hearts right now. If you try to go to like a Chrome Hearts store, the line outside is like fucking an hour and a half. But you're gonna go in there, you're gonna end up spending way more money because you just
Yeah.
waited an hour and a half to buy that. Versus like Zara, you can just walk in and buy it. So if you're going to do a listicle and advertorial, you need to have it to offer with a higher AOV. And the only way to have a higher AOV in Nutra meaning supplements, what you're doing, is by selling more of the same thing. So
Okay.
you'll notice supplement brands that have listicles, they usually go to a landing page that has like the option of like five of the same thing, six of the same thing. It's
Yeah.
never just one, right? So just keep that in mind. You're gonna when you should launch and try everything. The whole game is to test as much stuff as possible. So
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely try it. Create like an easy advertorial. You can use Pagefly, so really simple or Jam Pages to create like a simple advertorial that's like educating the customer on why they need it. And then if they press like order now, it goes to the product page. That product page needs to be a higher AOV offer, right?
Yeah.
And when you launch that, make sure you don't make the mistake of looking at your campaign CPA because that's going to be irrelevant because you're going to have a higher CPA because a higher offer. Look at your ROAS and look at your profit per order. You need the subscribe option, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
That should be like the main thing to do after this
Okay.
call because you can start going negative on that and still build MRR, which is good. And then on top of that, I mean, your break-even metrics aren't that strong. What CPAs do you usually get when you were scaling?
CPA, around, so low scale is around like 15 to 20. But then
Mm-hmm.
like I would spend like $1,000 on one ad and it had like 25, I think.
Okay, so you need to try higher AOV offers. That's key.
Okay,
So
yeah.
you can launch offers alongside it. You don't have to obviously change your main offer. Like you have ads going to this, that's fine. But you need to launch your top creatives to separate on a separate campaign that's going to different offers. So you do want to try higher AOV offers. You should try a offer that has a minimum break-even CPA of $35. So
35, okay.
even if you just charge more for the same thing, or however you do it, is you have to just come up with that one on your own. But however you do it, try to charge more because with those low CPAs, you're gonna break under scale a lot unless you have a subscription backend or you have obviously like
Yeah,
a really good upsell funnel. So yeah,
I
you need
got you.
higher AOV offers.
That being said, I actually think my CPA is around 35 once my bulk order comes from Yuli to the US and it's just shipped from a US warehouse.
Okay, yeah. $35 break-even CPA will give you a lot more room to scale because if your margin is good every single day, you can keep scaling. You'll outbid everybody.
Okay.
This is a good product though. Where do you find it? Was it the Cal data method or was it just like a burning account?
So it was like I've honestly okay, there's like a whole like backstory of this product with me and my friend. So like me and my one of my friends, like we're just chilling and like I wanted to teach him drop shipping. He does door to
Hmm.
door, and he's just like talking about like this product, and like we couldn't find how to like sell it. And this is like before I joined Brandify, right?
Hmm.
We couldn't find like someone to source it from. But then once I joined Brandify, I hit up Yuli, sent it, she had it. It was kind of weird at first because there was like a lot of like tariff issues at the time.
Hmm.
And I didn't really like know much about like deep fakes and stuff, but I basically saw it on TikTok and stuff, looked it up on Facebook. There's only one brand running it. I was like, fuck, I can do this shit better. And then,
Yeah. Yeah, got you. Those are usually the best. Yeah, right now what we're seeing is the Cal data stuff isn't working as well because so many people are just ripping those products.
oh,
But
really?
yeah, it's we're actually telling people in some of the chats like move back to just doing like Minea, Facebook ad library, like OG methods because like the Cal data stuff. I mean, it's not like it doesn't work. Obviously, everything works. If you find a product that's good, it's good.
Mhm.
But a lot of people are like ripping Cal data. Like I think we've brought so much traffic to Cal data. People just ripping those products and putting them
Oh,
on
yeah.
Meta. So it's just like it's
I don't know
that
what.
kind of.
Kind of got lucky
So
on this one, I guess.
yeah. I mean, this one I don't think this one's on. It is on Cal data, but I don't think it's
Oh,
like
it
at the
is on
front.
Cloud but and it actually like pops off. I don't know why anyone's not doing it.
Maybe people are doing it just haven't seen success. So the fact that you're having momentum is good. And you
Oh no, yeah, I've
what
had sorry to cut you off again.
yeah, I was gonna say with you guys, like if you could get the kids SKU to work, that TAM and that like scalability is gonna be way better than the first SKU. Because it's
Yeah,
always like for example, we had like a She Legit brand. You probably obviously know She Legit. It's like a popular
yeah.
product. With She
Mhm.
Legit working, and then we turned it into gummies, and the gummies were doing really well. Then we turned it into 3-in-1. We added other stuff to it and did really well. Now we have like a 4-in-1. We're gonna have like a 7-in-1 later. But it's just like when you build off that initial SKU, those other SKUs that you have are gonna do so much better because it's not a direct rip. You get what I mean? And then after
Yeah,
maybe like your second or third SKU on one brand, then okay, now you can get more into long-term brand building because you're not just somebody who rips. You know what I mean? You actually built off of like something.
yeah. It's something I want notice. This it's kind of like why I like talking to like customers on emails. I kind of like have a sense of like what issues there are and all this stuff. Like for like an
Hmm.
example, like I had people returning it because like their kids, like people are giving their the adult version of their kids, and they're like, oh, my kid doesn't like taking this, which is why like,
Hmm.
oh well, like they probably prefer like gummies, you know. So like if I made like methylfolate gummies, like that would
Yeah,
probably
you
be
could do
better.
that. Yeah, you should do that. You and 100%. Like that's what like that idea you just had, like based off of data that you got, that could easily scale to like 100K a day. Like yeah, you do not underestimate the power of like taking data from what you're seeing and turning it into a SKU because you have Yuli at your hands. You can do basically anything, right? So if you make those gummies, you launch them, you do subscription based, like something like that can scale. It can go so parabolic. You'd have some kids like just people out here doing like 200, 300K days, which is like simple shit like that, right? And then it's all subscription to on the back end. So now they're building MRR and like a percentage of that MRR, like even if 10% stays and you build up to 2 million MRR, now you have 200K. That's never going to go away for the rest of your life. That's all it is, real estate. So
that's why I'm excited for this. You know, that's why I've been like grinding every day. It's just like I don't want to like
you don't want to mess up because someone can easily just come and rip it, do it better, and you don't.
Exactly. So for my website, do you think I should leave the videos up? Because I would have to I can add videos later, but the videos are just people holding the product. But I kind of want to like redo all my ads, and like I have videos of like adults taking it and stuff. I was gonna replace every photo with like the new product and just not even make it sound like it's a new design. It's just like the original one.
Yeah, you could. When you say the original one, you talking about the one that you're ripping, or
the one I'm ripping. So like it's like the one the people are holding in like the photos that I
wouldn't change it to. I wouldn't change it to the original one just because now you're ripping too much, you're not branching off enough. I would if you're gonna rebrand, just rebrand to something else. Even in the videos, if it's a different bottle, it still doesn't make a big difference than what you're selling. So if you rebrand, so right now I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm not going to pronounce it, but whatever your brand name is, if you rebrand it to something else, you can just keep it the same, keep the same videos and not. Then obviously when you get your custom UGC, you want to switch out those videos.
Wait. So I should remove the videos or no?
Yeah, you don't need to remove the videos. I mean, it doesn't make a difference, bro, to be honest.
Okay. My checkout initiated, so I have like a $10 out of cart, and like I'd have like a low checkout initiated, but I feel like a lot of people would go on like Amazon and stuff to just buy it instead, which is why like the drop between the out of cart to checkout to purchase is like the checkout to purchase is like crazy.
Well, that's how it is for everything, right? And you got to realize like those people who are reaching add to cart might not buy now, but once your brand goes through like month 7, month 8, those people end up buying later, right? Like you'd be surprised when you look at those numbers where like how many add to carts 3 months ago are buying now. That's why like the continuous effort of running ads, it plays off later. So just keep that in mind. What I will say is this though, which I don't know, haven't seen your guys' ad library, but you just have to keep your product very branded in your ads so to ensure people don't fall out of the funnel. Like for example, whatever your brand name, let's say your brand name is X, right? So like this is X's drops, not like drops in general, right? So the issue a lot of people do. Yeah. So it's very important. It's a small thing, but it makes a big difference. But yeah, honestly, besides that, you guys look like you're in a good position. I would say the kids one and the kids gummies, you got to push that hard, dude. That could go really, really well.
I really want to do the kids gummies. I just don't. Would I hit up like Yuli to like formulate it or?
Yeah, just say we need to put this in a gummy. Just like you just gotta communicate with her.
That easy?
Yeah, they're good, bro. They're good, and you gotta like it's just business, bro. You gotta sell to them. You gotta be like, we gotta put this in a gummy. I can scale it up really hard. We have a lot of customers asking for it. Sometimes they'll do it with no MOQ, bro. You just have to like show them volume, like really like push them, bro.
Oh no, that's what I did.
Yeah. I mean, shit, dude. If you scale up good with them, I'd always recommend go see them in China, bro. It's honestly, it's always worth it, though. It's always worth it.
Is Sherry the manager?
No, I think Sherry's just one of the reps. So it's like a pretty big company. Yuli's like account, like she's one of the head up. We work directly with Yuli, but then the people we give her, they kind of push her to Sherry. They're all part of the same company.
Oh yeah, she invited me out.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. It's if you and your brother want, it would be fun. You guys can like tour the factories and stuff. And they take really good care of you in China, bro. Like they'll put you in a nice hotel and everything. You don't have to pay a dime. Awesome, bro. So far, like what's been your experience with Brandify? I know you gave us a crazy testimonial at the beginning, but how's everything going?
It's going good. I really like the one-on-one calls, you know, like I think Mylan. Yeah, he's like my favorite coach. He's the one that like changed the game for me. By just like sitting down with me, work on my ads, look at my script. And like he just gave me a lot of sauce of like what I was doing, you know, like I had the right vision, but like it wasn't like shaped correctly, and like he just shaped it, which is how like I think like after my first call, like the results between like my deepfakes were just like crazy. And like they just got better because like I would keep posting them in the one-on-one chat. They'll get back to me, do the changes, and test them again.
Yeah.
And then once I kept testing, and I found like that one winner, it just clicked. Because like from that point, it was just like a pattern. Like I already like knew what worked. Tackle different angles, doing the same thing, and like boom, like new pocket of like money right there.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like one or two little tweaks to your creative just fucking change the whole game, change the whole business completely. And then, yeah, that's one thing that we like to emphasize. So just in terms of like the strategies that we teach in Brandify, like how does that compare to other e-com communities out there if you're in any? Do you feel like our strategies are better? Do you think theirs are better? Like talking about that.
For like strategies, let's see.
Yeah, like high creative volume, sticking with supplements, like that type of stuff.
I like the high creative volume one. I think we talked about it of like the more you put into Facebook, the more they're gonna reward you. And like I can tell from like switching to like different ad accounts of like this one having more spend versus one that's not. Like that's also one thing that changed was like my creative output that you emphasize like doing 5 or like 10 ads a day. And like literally like after a week or two, like ads that I didn't really think would do good still got results and stuff.
It's good.
And I also think a lot of the apps too. Like I didn't even know like half of these apps like existed. Like I could be on like a one-on-one call and then just like random sauce would just be like spinning. Like I'm like saying a problem, it's just like, oh bro, use this app. And then I look into it and it's just like my life is like 10 times
Easier. Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like everybody in here does the business model, and they all kind of do. We all do the same model. It's not like I'm doing something different from you guys. So it's just like all the same shit. It's like everyone goes through the same path. We're just trying to speed up everyone's process. Do you think it was worth it to join Brandify?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
100%.
Because when I first joined Brandify, or even before I joined, like it was really hard for me to like actually like have the leap of faith to do it because I was in college before and I like dropped out to like pursue this stuff. But like I kind of like felt like I needed like a coach, and like that's what happened. But I felt like I needed someone to like help guide me because like I have the right vision and stuff. I just need someone to like shape me into like who I'm like what I'm actually supposed to do, and like that's what happened. And I remember, Jacob, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, so Jacob, like, he really pushed me of just like the whole leap of faith, taking the risk, and like nothing's gonna really happen if you don't take the risk, that like so many people are like scared to do. And I actually talked about that earlier. Like, I was like thanking him and stuff for like making me join Brandify because like who knows, like, I wouldn't probably be able to like ship the product that I'm doing right now, have all the connections and like resources, like the ad accounts and stuff, and yeah, it all added up.
And that's the thing. That's why we do marketing too. It's like if we're like I've been asked like if the community is so good and stuff, like why are you like marketing it and trying to get people to join it? It's because most people that would benefit from it, they need like a push, bro. And like for example, like I get it. It's like a lot of people don't understand, but like that little push and you get in there and you actually like utilize the information, you can go parabolic, you can go crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you joined, man. Keep crushing it. We're always going to be adding new stuff to the community as well. I'll make sure Adrian and the team sends over like a whole agency stack as well, because once you start to scale, you need to start like email agency, Google Ads, like subscription based agencies as well. We'll give you all the connections because like that's the next step. Like once you get consistent revenue, you're doing let's say 10, 15, 20K a day. That's pretty like flatlined. You got to use these agencies and these connections to kind of keep things going. But
I remember when I was going through a course, it was like you don't have winning products, you have winning ads, right? And that stuck with me like a lot because, like I mentioned earlier, like this is my first product in Brandify, and I got some sales and stuff. I was in the red, I was in the green. It was like off and on, right? It wasn't really scaling, but I knew the potential of the product. I just had to like dial in on the ads, and once I found like that winning ad with like after like talking to like coaches and stuff, like that's how it took off.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's just the game, bro. That's the game. Like every coach can agree too. It's like you're creative, bro. If you have a right creative, it does well. Now for you, again, like when you master creatives, then you have to get into offers and funnels, and you have to get that going. And if you can get it all together, now you have a business that can exit, right? So, but yeah, dude, you're crushing it. I would say for you, just take the advice I give you on this call. definitely expand. It's gonna be fun if you can get that new SKU to work. Like especially the gummies, you're gonna go crazy.
Oh
You're
yeah.
gonna be crushing it, man.